Azerbaijan territories were occupied back in 1990s, early 1990s, Azerbaijan still was part of Soviet Union, and we didn't have our standing armed forces. So we didn't have our standing armed forces, and the youth, they used to serve in the Soviet army. But the Armenians, separatists living in Nagorno-Karabakh, backed by the Armenia as well as backed by the Armenian diaspora abroad living in US, France, and everywhere, they have been preparing, and they had this the long-term plan to get this portion of the land, which is a strategically very important area from Azerbaijan. So therefore, when those clashes, military clashes started, Armenians, they were fighting the civilian population of Azerbaijan. So
Soviet troops.
And also those Soviet the troops. If you, I don't know, have information about the Khojalı genocide that was committed in 1992. So in the perpetrating of that Khojalı genocide, the former Soviet troops, the regiment 366, the units, soldiers, they took part in that Khojalı genocide, siding with Armenia. So the bottom line is that, when the territories were occupied, Azerbaijan didn't have the standing army, as well as Azerbaijan didn't have that time in the first years of independence. We didn't have the political stability. So all this affected actually resulted with the loss of 20% of our lands. And the second thing is that there were 4 United Nations Security Council resolutions, as the Excellency mentioned. The 4 resolutions, they demand unconditional withdrawal of all occupying troops of Armenia from those territories, Nagorno-Karabakh and surrounding regions of Azerbaijan. So therefore, Azerbaijan, even though after gaining independence, after the coming the Haydar Aliyev to the political power in Azerbaijan, the economy developed in Azerbaijan, we had enough strength actually, and the army building was going very well. We had enough strength to get back our land, to liberate, but still we relied on the United Nations Security Council resolutions, and we wanted to preserve the military option as a last option, and we tried to resolve this conflict through the peace talks. But unfortunately, the peace talks, due to the double standards of the world community, the countries, especially the leading countries, and double standards of the OSCE, the co-chairs, unfortunately. So these 27-year the peace talks gave no results. So this is from my side. Thank you.
So from this side, I think Mr. Tazin at the end
has deployed some troops to the border area with Azerbaijan's occupied territories, where the counter-offensive operation is going on along the border area. Azerbaijan, one of the offensive directions of Azerbaijan actually goes through that area. And during last the week or so, the couple of times, some artillery the fires, from both sides, they fall on the other side in the territory of Iran. But thanks God, Allah, that there was no casualties. But this is from the Iranian side. This is the internal affairs to safeguard their own territory and the population. So therefore, we look at this the step of, from Iranian side. Very normal actually, and we also responded to the Iranian side's concerns that so in the future, at least from our side, there won't be such the cases when which I mentioned already.
And
Yes,
in addition, I want to add also that Iran is the neighboring country for Azerbaijan, friendly country. And this is, of course, the internal affairs of Iran. Thank you.
Yes, Excellency, this is Mateen Nadir from GTV Network. Question is, since your military attaché said